Roughly a month ago, Cramer fave Wendy's announced plans to roll out a nationwide breakfast offering starting the next year. And the stock immediately got crushed. It plunged 10% in a single session. Hey, you know what? I thought it was a good idea. But Wall Street seemed to believe the breakfast business is too competitive, too cutthroat. At least that was the consensus until today, when Wendy's held a big investor meeting and changed the entire narrative, allowing the stock to run up. Management told a terrific story, talking about system-wide sales growth, the high end of its 3 to 4% guidance for the year, along with new expansion into Europe over the next 12 to 18 months, and the possibility of plant-based burgers. You know how much we love those. They told us breakfast could eventually grow to a 10% of total sales, and they gave us some extremely bullish long-term forecasts through 2024 and a dividend boost. So could the stock have more to run? And you know we've been behind it the whole way. Let's take a closer look with Todd Penegor. He is the president and CEO of Wendy's. Get a better sense of how this company's doing, where it's headed. Todd, welcome back to Mad Money.
Always a pleasure to be on, Jim. Thank you.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you, Todd, because you deliver. When you announced breakfast, I was so excited. Big new day part, hiring a huge number of people, and the stock market is so short-sighted they didn't like it. But you really quelled those any of those fears today, didn't you?
Yeah, we're really focused on the long term, Jim. Breakfast, as you know, has been a growing day part for many, many years, and you know, we have a great offering, a breakfast Baconator that is an unbelievably great food item, a honey buttered chicken biscuit, breakfast potatoes, and a frosticino. We have a menu that can compete, a low investment and a high return model for our franchise community. So we're leveraging all our existing equipment, and we're going to bring it to life in a big way in 2020.
Tell me about how many people you're going to hire and how you're going to find them.
Yeah, so we got to hire about 20,000 people. So what we really did is made sure that we had a very efficient labor model in our restaurant. So 2 people to open the restaurant. Once we open the restaurant, we add a third. So it's a 3-person labor model. So we got to go out and hire 20,000 people. It seems like a big number, but when you think about it as 3 per restaurant, it's not going to be that hard. It's a great day part to staff. It's very convenient for folks to come in the morning and be done by lunchtime. So we feel good about our employment proposition to bring folks in and create a great experience for them. I
think it's great that your company's hiring so many people. Okay, so you follow us on social media, and you know every time we tweet it that my wife just loves the Baconator. It is out of sync with what we see so many of the so-called millennial tastes about plant-based, and yet it's loved. What's going on that something that clearly may not be known for saying weight loss is so loved at Wendy's?
At the end of the day, it's all about taste, and people love great tasting food, and we talk about it in our terms, food I love, and that's what people want. You put bacon on just about anything, folks love it. And we do sell a ton of bacon across our restaurant. And we really wanted to make sure as we went into the breakfast day part that we could leverage our iconic Baconator brand. So when you think about 6 strips of smoked applewood bacon, with fresh cracked eggs and a nice hollandaise sauce, all bundled on our everyday premium bun, what a great offering to really drive great taste and great value for the money.
Of the major quick service, I think you're clearly the leader in social. What is it about the brand that resonates so much with social, and what's it done for your company?
Yeah, no, it's really been about having that tongue-in-cheek, and we're comfortable making fun of ourselves, but we're really comfortable calling out the competition when they're not living up to the quality that we believe that they're really delivering in their restaurants, because we're proud of Wendy's. Quality is our recipe. We continue to deliver quality day in and day out, and we are connecting to that next generation of consumer through social media, having a lot of fun doing it, and it is driving folks into our restaurant. When Chance the Rapper tweeted that he would love to have his spicy nuggets back, we challenged him to see how many likes he could get. We said, you get 2 million likes, we will bring spicy nuggets back. He did that. We brought spicy nuggets back, and immediately, and you see that in our third quarter results, from day one, even before we turned on national advertising, people showed up in our restaurants to buy those spicy chicken nuggets because they wanted them back, and they learned about it through social.
Well, I think that's incredible. Look, people love your fresh food. It's just different. Now, how are you doing in terms of you've got that throughput? I know you're making a lot of digital initiatives, and the DoorDash deal. These are incrementally positive that people misread?
Yeah, no, there's a ton of good things happening, Jim. We're still working on speed. So speed and convenience and really driving consistency of operations are kind of core themes on kind of the basics. You think about how you can continue to drive speed. The digital journey is a big one. How do we drive folks into mobile ordering? How do we drive awareness on mobile ordering? What we do see is when folks mobile order, the check size is about 20% higher. So those are just great opportunities to continue to connect to that next generation of consumer and create a better experience and gather even more data to connect with them into the future. And delivery continues to be a great growth engine for us. We've got over 85% of the system supported by delivery. We announced today that we will have all of our ordering integrated on delivery into our point of sale system. That'll allow us to get the food to the customers even faster. We're one of the fastest today, 30 minutes from the time you order to the time you get the food. Now that it's going to be integrated into our POS, we can probably shave another 3 to 5 minutes. And it could open us up to use other delivery providers beyond just DoorDash, which will be another great opportunity to expand access to our brand.
Well, speaking of expansion, you did talk a lot about overseas. I've always thought that Wendy's travels, so to speak, that it's a great brand name and it's fresh, and that a lot of the other guys already over there, they do not represent the freshness. They do represent, let's say, the speed. Do you think you can replicate?
Oh, absolutely. We talked a lot today about our brand and really doing fast food done right. And fast food done right can resonate across the globe. And fresh is what a consumer is really looking for as a true point of differentiation. We talked about making a move into Europe over the next 12 to 18 months and really starting in the UK. And really front-running some of that with company restaurants. We talked about up to 20 company restaurants over the next couple of years. We'll bring franchisees in to play that out in the UK. But it will create a beachhead for us to really start to drive some growth into all of Europe. It's a big burger eating area of the world. The category has been growing, and we have the right to play and can be differentiated on fresh.
Two other things that I've got to get before we leave. A nice dividend boost, 20% dividend rate increase. And then you did mention plant-based. What are we thinking plant-based?
Yeah, so, it was nice to announce a 20% dividend increase with the cash we had on the balance sheet and announce that we were going to complete our 225 million share repurchase authorization by executing 100 million ASR. On plant-based, we've talked about this probably 4 years ago, Jim, and we were way ahead of the curve when we had a black bean burger that we were working on. Unfortunately, at the time, it was operationally complex and it took additional equipment in the restaurant. Today, we figured out how to solve for that. So we're looking for that flexitarian customer. We're trying to do it the Wendy's way. We're trying to do it with Wendy's quality. Whether you're a flexitarian or a vegetarian, the black bean burger can solve for that. And we have that in test in one market now, and we're looking to bring that to market sometime during the course of 2020.
I remember when you introduced it, I had it. I thought it was absolutely delicious. And what I really liked about it, to tell you the truth, Todd, is that it wasn't like a faux burger. You're not trying to have something that's not a burger that you think tastes like a burger. It just had a really good taste. And I think that, again, in line with Wendy's, what you want is an alternative. I like this, flexitarian. Was that another one of those millennial terms? I'm just too old to know it?
It is one of those millennial terms, and folks are looking to have a lot of beef, but and traditional proteins, but also flip into more vegetable and other proteins. We're real, fresh, never frozen North American beef. So we are about having great quality food, and we always want to do things the Wendy's way. And we think a black bean burger, something that's natural in a square to make sure that it follows along the lines of our square hamburgers, is a great fit for our brand and will allow folks to continue to come into our restaurant to drive frequency. We talked a lot today about frequency. Our average customer comes to a Wendy's 5.5 times a year. We have a huge opportunity to drive frequency, whether it's the offerings like a plant-based burger, whether it's entering breakfast, or driving our digital journey going forward.
Well, I guess we're not average. We're about 10 times a year. And we always say it when we're there because we're just so excited. I don't know why. We just think it's such a treat. I want to thank Todd Penegor, President and CEO of Wendy's. What a great company. Thank you so much for being on Mad Money.
I always appreciate the time, Jim. Thanks for it.
Thank you. All right, guys, we started liking the stock at $4. All right, at $4. And here we go. It's I think it's headed to the 30s. Todd Penegor, President and CEO of Wendy's. Stick with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.